Nick Vigil or Brian O'Neill and Patrick Peterson, Ezra Cleveland. These are all Viking players now. To think that means. So uh, they might have been part of other teams, but now they're part of the Vikings team. Oh, and of course Kirk Cousins type thing, Kellen Mond, things, players of that nature. So with that, the sophomore jinx, I was playing with Ozzie Newsome, who is not part of the Vikings team. He's on a different, one of the other 31 teams in the NFL, plus our team, the gold team, for 32 teams in the NFL. And I was playing with them, and then they made an announcement for Gridiron uh, Hero Guardians. And with that Gridiron, the Gridiron Guardians, suddenly Newsom became unthrowable to. And Jair Alexander, who was smaller than Newsom, pushed him out of the way and made a better play on the ball in reaching for it and getting an interception than Newsom did at 232 and 6'2 and turning around on the cornerback to make a play on the ball. Didn't do it. And he lost his position on it and basically gave Jair Alexander the position to the ball and sidestepped out of the way so that Alexander could get 3/4 of his body in agility turn towards the ball and basically cut in front of Ozzy to catch the ball and make an interception. And I was like, well, what's going on? Then Thurman, who had outstanding blocking, suddenly, just didn't have any pep. He had no energy, and especially the passion of Thurman type thing with the 4 Super Bowls they went to go to the line of scrimmage and pick up a first. He looked flat-footed, and I'm like, is there a sophomore jinx? And I had to think to myself, then the final one of Ahmad Rashad, he was having problems, couldn't get off the press, but then came on an in route, caught a pass for a first down. And I'm like, what's going on? And it occurred to me that if there is a sophomore jinx, that jinx is related possibly to the new promotion. So for us, is that a keystone type thing that means to, or a wishbone, to realize that the new promotions are a chance not only to after you're done with the 2 weeks and strategy card type thing it means for other cards that associated with the team, but maybe to refocus back to the team and find the upgrade of the team players within that promotion. And that kind of makes sense because EA's always been about, well, for a long time, since team chemistries came up, to get people wishing for other players and trying other things, but then to focus back in Keystone on creating a 25 out of 25 or 50 out of 50 theme team roster with 50 players that belong to one team. And not one squad in one uniform, but that belong to, well, like the Vikings team. Ew. So I was like, that makes sense. Newsom, I think, is not part of the Vikings team. Even though he's wearing the uniform, he's part of the Cleveland Browns. Thurman Thomas was part of the Bills. He never played in Minneapolis. I think that means as a Minnesota Viking personnel player. He was part of the Buffalo Bills team. I think that means out there. So along with Don Beebe and Ed Reed, or not Ed Reed, Andre Reed, the wide receiver. Oh, of that age, with Don Beebe, the wide receiver, and all those, and they were the Bills theme team. They weren't the Don Beebe of the Vikings theme team. They were Don Beebe of the Bills, Buffalo Bills theme team. So I think they're in a sophomore jinx. Some of the players that maybe not associated with your theme team might start acting without other people accelerating them type thing with theme team bonus, might start acting a bit weird. So in there, I would suggest, I think, in today's point, comment below if you agree with that or not, that if you're experiencing problems with certain players, ask yourself, are they part of my theme team before a new promotion like the Gridiron Guardians, which is going to update one of my players on our theme team? And so it is EA is trying to say, like, hey, have some fun, but if you're still having fun one side of the wishbone type thing, wish for other players off the team, or wish for players to be upgraded on their own theme team and to keep pushing their overall with their overall squad or overall theme team. That's discussion because Ahmad came through. He picked up that first, and he is part of the Vikings theme team. And he seemed to stumble, but he got it back. So I need to check who's the Vikings part of the Gridiron Gardens because they did 32 of them. And we need to see who we got to that means that we can refocus up the team and keep pushing on towards the Super Bowl. That's the ideal for our theme team, and that's the key or keystone part of our victory of going to the Super Bowl is upgrading our theme team. And this has been MXP talking about M22. And once again, thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe, and be legend.